Hey, Yuta. Are you really not going to high school?
Well, there are things I want to do, and I don't like studying, Mom.
But still, wouldn't it be better to at least attend high school in this day and age?
That's right, buddy. It's not like we don't have any money. Thank you guys, really. But it's okay, I've already decided. I see. If you're okay with that decision, I won't stop you.
This is the path that you chose, after all. But just promise me you won't regret this decision.
Of course, Mom. Thank you both for understanding. My name is Yuta Wakutsu. I decided not to go to high school in order to prioritize what I wanted to do with my life. My parents didn't oppose my decision. On the contrary, they both supported me, but my relationship with my little sister Sayaka deteriorated because of this.
A junior high school graduate is just stupid. You're just siphoning everything from mom and dad. What are you thinking, hey? Just because you can't study?
This is how she reacted the moment I said I wasn't going to high school. Well, I guess her response can be justified. Mom and Dad aren't against my decision, and besides, I'm planning to work as soon as I graduate, so I don't think I'm gonna be their leech.
In that case then, you could leave this house, alright? I'm too embarrassed to tell anyone that I have a middle school graduate in my family.
I'm not leaving right away. My future workplace is close to home, so I'll be staying here another while.
Just get the hell out!
Sayaka, what are you saying? This is something your brother decided for himself. It's not your place to interfere.
Are you okay with this, Mom? Your own child's gonna be gallivanting around without even going to high school.
He carefully explained what he wants to do, and it's not like he's going to go off gallivanting. I'm okay with it.
But he can't be filial to you and Dad!
Educational background isn't everything. As long as my children are living good lives, you don't have to worry about being filial to us.
But still...
And you, Sayaka, you're taking the entrance exam next year, but pray don't tell me you're going to school to gallivant yourself. Did you already decide which school you want to go to?
I'm studying hard, Mom, and I'm definitely smarter than him.
No matter then. In any case, I forbid you from interjecting into Yuta's affairs.
I don't care about him or anything, and I don't feel like meddling in his business.
But you just did!
No, I didn't!
Enough fighting, both of you! Sayaka, you better get to your studies. You have a test coming up soon, right?
Fine. Yuta, don't talk to me outside of the house from now on, alright? I'm too embarrassed to tell my friends that I'm the younger sister of a dumbass junior high school graduate.
Sayaka!
What? It's the truth.
Yeah, I get it.
And remember this, you and I are different people. I will definitely not be like you, alright?
Since then, Sayaka hardly ever talked to me inside of the home, let alone outside where she pretended to be a complete and utter stranger. Also, perhaps as a way to get back at me, she changed the school she wanted to go to and enrolled in a high school with a high standard and boasted about it. Well, that's how she was able to keep up with her studies, so my sister's efforts must have been genuine. It's been 12 years since then, and I moved out of my house and started living alone, but one day I received a message from Mom.
I have something to ask you, Yuta.
What's up?
You know how the house is pretty old right now? Well, we were talking about either rebuilding it or moving. Which option do you think is better?
Come to think of it, I'd forgotten it was already that old. What did Dad and Sayaka say?
Dad says either option's fine. Sayaka lives alone now, anyway. She acted as though she didn't care about this when I brought it up.
Well, you'd have to live somewhere else for a while the house is being rebuilt, so maybe it would be better if you sold the land and lived in an apartment.
That's what I was thinking. I'll talk to your father about it.
If you have anything, feel free to talk to me, okay? I'll be happy to discuss anything with you.
Thank you, honey.
If they were to move, it would be better to find a place where the two of them could live comfortably and within the cost of the land. But they'll also need money to have the house demolished, and since both Mom and Dad are rather clueless about that sort of thing, I think it would be better if I went with them. It's tough moving for anyone, let alone people approaching 60. With that in mind, I started researching apartments that would be perfect for both of them in secrecy. As expected, they contacted me to consult with me. So, buddy, we're going to sell the land. That's why we're now looking for apartments, but I don't know which one would be good. Would you mind looking at some with us? Of course, but actually I'm kind of worried about both of you, so if you want, we could live together, you know. Really? Yeah, it's just that 3 of us in this apartment would make things hard, so we'll have to look for an apartment after all. If you're going to stay with us, we'll feel at ease, for real. Leave all the matters with money to us. We're selling the land, so we should be able to get a lot. Okay then. Shall we go to a real estate office together sometime soon? We'll free up our schedule according to yours. I found some nice candidates and we went to the real estate shop together. As a result of lots and lots of discussing, we decided to move into a luxury apartment. It's a much nicer place than my apartment, and a lot bigger too. There were lots of rooms too, so having some rooms for hobbies and such was possible, and they're now both very happy. A while later, however, Sayaka got in touch and said she wants to come over. This is what was exchanged in her messages with Mom.
So I hear you demolished the house and moved to an apartment, right? It's probably a small place anyway. But next time, I'm going there with my husband, so could you tell me your address?
Wait a minute. Husband? What are you talking about?
Wait, didn't I tell you? I got married recently.
I didn't hear anything. Why would you get married without telling your parents?
Nothing wrong with that. I'm already in my 20s after all.
That's not what I mean. I was already worried that you don't contact me much. Who would have thought you'd gotten married?
Is it really that surprising?
Yes, it is! Did you have a wedding?
Not yet. We're both pretty busy right now.
Okay. I would like you to contact me a little more frequently, honey. I haven't heard anything about a boyfriend, let alone marriage.
I'm gonna bring him home next time. It should be fine.
You and I used to communicate properly back in the day.
That kind of language, that back in the day BS, you sound like a little old lady. Could you please stop talking in that way? And I'm busy with a lot of things, since lest we forget, I'm 27 years old.
Okay. So when are you coming?
We're pretty busy, as I said, so we don't have much time at all, but we'll be there sometime this month.
I understand. I'll prepare tea and sweets, so please let me know in advance, okay?
Okay, I'm looking forward to some delicious sweets.
I never expected Sayaka to have gotten married. Even more so, I was surprised by the fact that she had such an arrogant attitude towards Mom. In the past, she did have a flashy appearance, as she does now, but she was a bit more calm and composed. But now that I think about it, ever since she entered university, I was told she had changed. While Sayaka was admitted to a national university, could she have been playing around? Well, it seems like most people start having fun when they become university students, so I guess Sayaka wasn't the only one. After a while, Sayaka and her husband came to visit. Her husband's name was Yosuke Shiraki. He went to the same university as Sayaka, and he now works at a very famous conglomerate. Incidentally, Sayaka also works at that company.
Wow, you live in a nice place.
It was a nice occasion to move, so we just said, why not?
The rooms are so spacious and so clean.
This is amazing! Rather than that, Sayaka, please tell us about him. From my point of view as your father, I have mixed feelings about the whole situation.
Well, I guess that's fair. But it's okay, he's not just good looking, he's also smart and he's the most talked about person in our department as a candidate to get promoted in the future.
I see. It's amazing in itself that he works for a famous conglomerate, but he also has a promising future. You married well, sweetie. That's not the case, sir. It's all thanks to Sayaka for always helping me and supporting me.
Well, I mean, I admit it, but it's not that much. More to the point, I've been wondering about this for a while now, but why is he here?
He?
That bastard! That junior high school graduate!
Sayaka pointed at me, glaring at me murderously. Ever since she came here and took a single look at my face, she'd been donning a face of disgust and guilt. But now, I guess she still despises me. Yuta lives with us now. Recently, both your mother and I have been feeling physically older, see? And he's taking care of us in so many ways.
All thanks to Yuta being here, that I don't have to worry much about all the housework.
I'm glad to hear that, guys.
What? You think what they said was just flattery? I didn't expect you to be their personal leech still.
Is that brother of yours? That junior high school graduate that you were talking about? I thought he was a housemaid or something.
That would honestly be better for him. An ordinary employee living in a place so nice? Don't you think it's a little strange and frankly unfair?
It's not like I'm their leech, Sayaka. Besides, me being just an ordinary employee is...
Enough excuses. You're such an unsightly asshole. You just get out of this house now!
Huh?
I mean, think about it for once. It's crazy to live in such a luxury apartment when you don't have any damn income.
If you say that, then it should be said to us, too. It's not like we have that much income either.
You guys sold the land and the house and moved here with that money, didn't you? Then there's no problem.
I agree. There's nothing wrong with people living here who have money. You should know the shame of living here when you're not doing anything, sir. No, I'm telling you, I have a job.
Mom, Dad, if you feel like you need some help, we can take care of you, right? Or rather, we're definitely better when it comes to taking care of you.
I agree. We're both elites and we both have a good income. We have a stable lifestyle. No, wait. Deciding this so suddenly is...
Alright, it's settled. This is final.
Sayaka, wait a minute. Making such a decision without our input? This is...
What are you talking about? This is my way of returning the favor. Could you, be more happy, please?
No, listen, this place is...
We'll take care of everything else properly. Ma'am, sir, you just relax and take it easy. Sayaka and Yosuke weren't even trying to listen to what my parents were trying to say, and they just kept deciding shit. I got frustrated just looking at them. In the past, Sayaka used to be very caring towards her parents, but now she's just ridiculously selfish. I don't know what made Sayaka change so much, but I got annoyed and decided to get up from my seat and pack up my things. Okay then, I'll leave, as you wish, Sayaka.
Yuta, what are you? Seems like you understand everything, don't you? You don't deserve to live with them in a nice place like this.
I'm fine with leaving, but you're sure with leaving Mom and Dad in your trustworthy care?
Of course!
Also, can I ask you why you're so particular about this apartment?
I'm not so particular about it.
Then why don't you two live together, just the two of you? You two work at a world-famous conglomerate with the potential to be promoted. I don't think you're in trouble with money, I dare say.
Shut up! It has nothing to do with you!
Yes, I guess I'm prying too much. Oh, that's right, about the money here.
Living expenses, right? We can deal with those kinds of easy payments, no sweat. We got this.
We're not on a low income like you, and we can afford to pay that much. Good. Then I'll pack up my things and leave this coming week, so come back later on, okay?
Yeah.
Sayaka and Yosuke walked out triumphantly as they heard me say that.
We are against the idea of you leaving, Yuta.
It would be better if you went to see Sayaka and tell her the truth. It's all right. It's too much of a hassle to have anything to do with Sayaka anymore. I'm just going back to living alone again, and you two can ask Sayaka and her husband for anything you need. Oh, Yuta, buddy. If you need anything, let me know right away. Sure. Same goes for you guys.
Yuta, I want you to have this.
Are you sure?
Just keep it for now. I think it's better to leave it with you.
I guess you're right. I'll take it with me. After that, I immediately packed up my things and moved to a new apartment. It's very rare for people to move again in such a short time. Even my real estate agent was shocked. Before I was officially moved out, I tried to talk to Sayaka and her husband about the monthly expenses, but for some reason they didn't seem to be listening to me. Are they seriously going to be okay? Well, I don't care about what happens to them going forward, so... About a month later, I was enjoying my life alone once again when I got a call from Sayaka.
Hey, Yuta! We got a notice saying the monthly mortgage hadn't been paid yet.
Wait, you didn't pay it?
I didn't know there was a mortgage to begin with.
I told you when I moved out, didn't I? Money for the mortgage would be taken every month.
You did not tell me that.
Yes, I did.
More to the point, didn't they buy this apartment in one go?
They don't have that kind of money.
Why not? Did they sell the land?
It cost money to have the house demolished. And besides, our land wasn't that valuable, so there was no way we could buy an apartment.
Huh?
We didn't use the money from the land to buy the apartment, Sayaka. I told them it would be better to save the money from the land as their savings for the future. That's why that money hasn't been touched at all.
Then who the hell bought this apartment?
That would be me.
What? What's an ordinary salaryman buying luxury apartments for? Are you insane?
I've been meaning to tell you this for a long time, but I'm not just an ordinary employee, you know?
Huh?
I'd already started my own business before I turned 20. Know about a game company called MoniRobo?
Where so many popular apps are being sold? Don't tell me my own brother is the president of that company, eh?
Yeah, too bad. I'm telling you that. I started working after graduating from junior high school because I wanted to make video games. I taught myself programming, business administration, and management, and a whole lot of other things.
Why would you? You could have gone to high school. No, it would have been easier to learn it at a university.
But it would have been too late. I wanted to make something of myself right away, and I was studying those things when I was in junior high school.
Damn, I didn't know. MoniRobo is a popular company on the rise at the moment. It's even better than my own workplace.
Why, thank you. More to the point, though, I told you all this once upon a time. Didn't you hear anything from Mom and Dad?
I shut out all the talk about you, so...
What a cold, spiteful, inconsiderate little sister of mine. I memorized your university and your workplace because I wanted to know.
But you're a middle school graduate.
You were so embarrassed about my educational background, so you wanted to pretend to be a stranger because of that, right? More importantly, I think you should go pay the loan now.
That's right. I'm a little tight on money now, and I can't pay it this time. And also, all the bills are withdrawn from this account, but it's freaking empty. You stole the money.
You little... There's no way I'd do that. We don't live together, so it's only natural that I don't pay for anything.
I guess that's true.
I was paying for all their bills. Understand now?
I understand. Damn you. Oh, now that I think about it, you mentioned that some money was saved. I'll pay for it using that.
And I told you they were savings. Why are you trying to use it?
I just said I don't have any money. I'll look for that money now, so I'm hanging up.
And thus, she hung up the phone. She's probably looking for it all over the room now. I can't help but envision a luxury room in chaos.
Where is it? Where is it? Don't tell me that bank book's not here.
Is there really such a thing?
Yuta told me about it, damn it. I have no choice but to ask Mom and Dad. Dad, could you lend me your bank book with your savings stashed away?
And why would I give you such a thing, eh?
We didn't pay the mortgage fee for this month, you know. If you have some money, you could help me out and lend some to me.
But you're already working at a respectable conglomerate, no less. Isn't it strange to borrow money from me, given your circumstances? If you don't lend us money, you'll know a world of pain, sir.
What are you planning to do? I'm calling the police.
If you don't like it, just listen to what we have to say. Even if you say that, I won't give you my bank book. In the first place, Yuta has our bank book and cards.
Why?
Because I just knew the reason you punks were coming to our house was because you didn't have money. I gave it to him when he moved out.
My daughter, who had never contacted me, ended up bringing a stupid-looking man with her back to our house. If these people suddenly told me that they were going to live with us, even we would have guessed the truth.
What?
I look stupid, do I? I'm a graduate of an elite national university. There was someone like that in my workplace, too. One who was so proud of his academic background. He was somewhat good at his job, but he was rough with money and had a heinous personality.
You did talk about him back in the day.
Don't make me the same as that prick! Then why don't the two of you have any money right now? Well... You must be so strapped for money that you can't even afford a wedding.
Sayaka has always dreamed of having a wedding, and I thought it was strange. I thought she would definitely have one if and when she got married.
I splurged on a lot of things.
I thought as much. All those clothes you wear, that bag you carry, those are all branded, aren't they?
And just because you got a job at a good company doesn't mean you'll get paid that well.
I used credit cards and, well...
So, the reason you decided to live with us was to be free of your rent, right?
Yes.
What about you, son? Did you splurge with your money alongside Sayaka? I got hooked on slot gambling a little. Like husband, like wife, you've wasted a lot of money.
And I suppose this has been going on for so long, up until recently?
Well, we thought we would have to pay rent anyway, so we have nothing left except for the heat, water, and electricity expenses. And we also took to black market money.
Why would you even do something like that?
Because we thought you two would take care of us.
And who was it who told Yuta that she was going to take care of us?
I'm sorry.
You're apologizing to the wrong person. You drag your ass to Yuta, who you forced out, and tell him you're sorry.
Don't you two chowderheads know about the expression saving up? Even working for an elite conglomerate doesn't account for this stupidity.
I'm sorry.
My apologies. Apologize to Yuta now.
Yuta, I'm so sorry for forcing you to leave without knowing anything.
Do you understand, now that you heard everything from Mom and Dad?
Yes, Yosuke and I both feel terrible, so I'm gonna allow you to live with us now. Come back to us.
What do you mean you'll allow me?
What? Well, I mean exactly what I say.
You allow me, so you still look down upon me, is that it? Actually, I don't want to live with you, and you're asking me to come back because I have money when you don't, right?
That's not what I mean.
So what do you mean then?
I mean to live together with you.
If you're living there, Sayaka, I'm not going back to that apartment.
What?
If you really want to live together, you pay back this month's mortgage right away.
Aren't you supposed to?
Oh, I'm not paying for shit. I'm the one who signed the contract, but of course you were the one who kicked me out. You're obviously gonna pay for it, right?
That's impossible.
Then it's impossible for me, too. I will not live with you, and I won't pay the mortgage. Mom and Dad don't have the money to pay for it either, so you have no choice but to move out, right?
No, please!
Sayaka started bawling over the phone. She kept crying and apologizing. And just when I was getting annoyed and about to hang up...
Woman up, Sayaka, now! How long are you gonna cry like a damn baby?
You're an adult now. You deal with this situation, is what I heard from the background. I heard that the two of them were simply kicked out soon thereafter. They told them they couldn't live with them until they found a new place to live. And they forced them to choose a cheap, shabby apartment. After that, my parents contacted me and we decided to live together again. I paid off the mortgage bills that were piling up immediately, but my excuse of a sister will have to pay it back to me in installments. This month's payment has not been made, and I can't even contact them. They definitely ran away. Well, can't be helped anymore. As soon as the repayments fell behind and I couldn't get in touch with them, I decided to contact their workplace about the two of them. As of now, this story spread like wildfire across the company, and they have no place in the workplace anymore. They can't think of changing jobs for the sake of their salaries, so they seem to be working with his pride in tatters. Right now, instead of wasting their money, they're using it all to pay off their debts. It seems like Sayaka's sold off all her brand name products, and I'm sure her appearance has changed quite a bit. Well, I don't care.
I'm really sorry, son. If I had stopped them adamantly that time, none of this would have happened.
Enough about that, Mom, please. More importantly, we don't know when those two will come again. So I'm gonna buy the place in one go, and then I'll rent it out while we look for a new house. We can't ask you to do so much. This is all to ensure the safety of our lives, guys. Also, it will increase my income because of the rent on this place. I was always pretty interested in real estate investment, see?
Thank you, sweetheart. If you're here with us, I can rest assured I'll have a nice retired life.
We're so proud of you, son. All things considered, all of this is because you acknowledged my opting against pursuing an education. I hope you let me repay you a lot from now onward, too, huh?
My name is Sayaka Nakagawa. I've been married to my husband Kazuya for 5 years. We have 2 children, Saya and Kazuto, and we're living happily without any worries or concerns at all. Even with the hardships of raising children, our relationship as husband and wife is great, and Kazuya, every day after work, always makes time to play together with the kids. He works hard at his job, and I literally have nothing to complain about. He gave me a present for this year's wedding anniversary, too. And my precious treasury got bigger again.
What's up? You're grinning.
Oh, I'm just so very happy. But after a while, Kazuya's behavior started to become strange.
I'm going out drinking tomorrow evening. I'll be coming home late.
Okay. You've been doing that a lot lately.
I have a lot of social business to take care of. I have to get along well with my clients, after all.
I know, honey. Work's keeping you busy for sure.
That's true. I honestly don't want to go, but I have to. Sorry about that.
No, it's okay. You definitely need a break now and then. Have fun. That's what he's been saying, but his coming home late from work and working on holidays became more and more frequent. And he's been putting his family on the back burner meanwhile. This has never happened before. I was definitely worried, but I told myself his work made it this way, and I made the kids put up with it too.
Is Daddy working again?
Yes, he is, sweetheart. Let's sleep with Mommy again tonight, okay?
Okay. When will Dad play with us again, Mommy?
I'm sorry, darling, but Dad's pretty busy these days.
Dad's a liar! He said he would play with us!
I'm really sorry, sweetie. I started to feel very sorry for the kids, and at one point, it was bad enough that I had to tell Kazuya about this. I understand you're busy with work, honey, but can you spare some time for the kids?
I want to, believe me, but I'm busy, as you know. Please understand.
But the kids say they want to play with you.
And it's your job to take care of those needs when I can't, right?
That may be true, but at least play with them when you're at home.
Let me relax on my days off at least. I work for the home and family.
I know that, but...
Could you, please treat me well instead? I feel like you don't show me enough affection or gratitude. I think you ought to be a little more understanding.
Kazuya said things like that and stopped playing with the kids. On the contrary, he started going out even more on his days off, saying he had work or socializing to do. He had never been arrogant before and always seemed to put his family first, but A few days after that conversation, Kazuya started spending less time at home again, using his work as the primary excuse.
I have a business trip next week.
What? Again?
I was put in charge of going to subsidiary companies again and communicating with clients, and it's really tough.
I see. There's been a lot of stuff like that lately, though, hasn't there?
It's a busy time of the year.
Listen, I know it might make me look bad to say this, but could you be meeting up with another woman besides me?
What? What are you talking about? You know I wouldn't do such a thing, right?
Whoa, he's really shaken now. I've never seen anyone so shaken up. But I didn't want to get into a fight right then and there. The kids were asleep, and it would be bad enough to wake them up, let alone show us arguing. So I decided to pretend I didn't notice anything. Oh, so you're not cheating?
Of course not. There's no way I'd do something like that.
You're right. I'm sorry, but I was worried, see? Until now, you'd play with the kids on your days off and finish work as early as possible so you could come home and spend time with them.
Oh, I'm sorry for making you worry. From now on, I'll try to spend as much time as I can with you guys, my family.
Thank you. After that, Kazuya, keeping true to his word, started staying home on his days off and played with the kids. Perhaps he genuinely felt guilty about the situation. He started doing lots of nice things for the family. The kids were so happy, and that in itself was awesome. But Kazuya never let his phone out of sight, not even when he was at home. Something was definitely up. It was so obvious that it was like he was telling me that something really was up. No matter how you look at it, this fits the behavior of a cheating man. A while later, Kazuya said he was going out on his day off to meet up with some work friends. But you'd been turning them down for our sake recently, right?
Yeah, but my boss asked me to prioritize these occasions sometimes at least.
I see. Well then, maybe I should stay over at my parents' house that day for the first time in a while. They keep pestering me about how they want to hang out with their grandchildren.
I see. Good idea. You relax. Say hi to your folks for me.
Of course. That was the first time I lied to Kazuya. Only the kids would stay over at my parents' house. I was thinking that Kazuya might actually be cheating on me, so my intention was to follow him. And then the day came. We went back to our parents' house the day before, so maybe he even brought a woman home. That's what I thought, but it turned out that it wasn't the case. In the morning, he came out of the house alone. So he hadn't brought anyone home, huh? Maybe he's going to meet them now. I followed him for a while until he caught sight of a woman, waved at her, and ran up to her.
Rikako, it's been a while.
Oh, dear Kazuya, I missed you! The woman clung to Kazuya's chest and started talking to him as if they were on friendly terms. I haven't seen him smiling like that in a while. What's with him drooling all over this woman? It's disgusting! I saw the scene unfold and I got irritated and was just about to yell at them. But then I realized that I was overflowing with negative feelings inside. So I took a deep breath and looked at Kazuya and the woman called Rikako once again. Of course, I didn't forget to bring out my phone. They were still walking together, holding hands and looking like they were a couple. No matter how you looked at it, they were lovers without a doubt. And I immediately took lots of photos and videos. In truth, I wanted to get my ass out in front of them and expose them. But we were in a public space, so I held it together and decided to pursue the case after he got home. I had a good deal of evidence and I waited at home for his return, but he didn't come home for a while. Maybe he wouldn't come home at all. I was up all night waiting for him to come home. And then today became tomorrow. Finally, around noon, I heard the sound of the front door being unlocked. Welcome home. You sure are late, aren't you?
Sayaka, weren't you staying at your parents' house today?
The kids are still over there. I was waiting for you because I wanted to talk to you about something, but I never thought you'd come home until the afternoon.
Well, See, that's because I drank too much and my coworker didn't let me leave, so I stayed at his place.
Huh.
What did you want to talk to me about? I'm tired today, so can we do it tomorrow?
You're tired? But you just went out drinking.
We talked about work, too, and I'm mentally exhausted. Can't you just let me sleep for a bit?
I can't do that. I haven't slept at all because I was waiting for you to come home. And I want to talk to you right now.
What is it, then? We have nothing to talk about.
There is, Kazuya. I want you to see this. I showed him the photos I took the day before.
What?
Kazuya couldn't seem to close his mouth, let alone utter comprehensible words. So, you were cheating after all.
No, I'm not. This is...
What do you mean you're not? No matter how you look at it, you're having an affair.
She's just a friend, and...
So, you hold hands with your friend? That's straight up cheating, isn't it?
I was just supporting her because she was feeling a little dizzy.
For hours on end? If she was unsteady, you shouldn't have gone shopping.
Well, I guess that's true, but no matter what, she wanted to go shopping.
Isn't it cheating to go out with another woman without telling me in the first place? Why did you lie and say it was because of work that you left the house?
She's a junior at my workplace, and I was helping her buy a present for her husband.
Didn't you say earlier she's a friend of yours?
No. Well, junior was the correct word.
But why didn't you just tell me honestly?
I thought you'd get angry.
Don't you understand that being lied to or having secrets kept from you would make someone angrier?
I'm sorry. I'll talk to you properly from now on.
Sure. But you're still lying, aren't you?
Huh? There's nothing more.
Are you sure?
Of course I'm sure. There's nothing going on with that woman. I just accompanied her on a shopping trip yesterday.
So what's this then? I showed him a video of the two of them entering the hotel. When Kazuya saw it, his face went paler than a ball of mozzarella, incomparable to what it was just before, and begged for forgiveness. You should have apologized like that from the beginning. Why did you make excuses and lie up till now, huh? You thought you could deceive me?
I'm sorry.
So naive. You thought I would be finished because I only saw you on a date? I thought you would continue making excuses if I didn't have any conclusive evidence, so I followed you until you entered the hotel. You two were really clingy, and it was revolting to watch, my God!
But that was...
How long have you been doing that? Are you going to divorce me and marry her instead?
She was just a fling. I went out for a drink with my boss one day, and we just happened to meet by chance. We just became close from then on. Even she doesn't take me seriously.
Really?
Yeah.
Then show me your phone.
What?
Something you can't show me?
Well, no.
And so, I took Kazuya's phone and checked the contents of his messages with his lover. And boy, oh boy, were there sickeningly sweet things that made me want to shoot myself. But there were only a few conversations left. Perhaps because they didn't talk much online or because he deleted the messages regularly. Her full name turned out to be Rikako Wada. Kazuya told me that he and Rikako had known each other for a year, and she was the one who approached him. Kazuya didn't pay her any attention at first, but he was worn down and ended up having an affair with her. However, she also only saw him as a playmate, so to speak, and they repeatedly told each other that they weren't serious. After that, we had quite a few discussions, and in the end we decided not to divorce for the sake of the children. To be honest, My love for Kazuya was lost to the abyss. But Kazuya, on the other hand...
You're the most important to me. I shall spend my whole life proving that I only love you.
That's what he said. In reality, I wanted to tell him not to say convenient bullshit like that, and I would have handed him divorce forms, but I held back and decided to repair our relationship for the sake of our children. So, you're not hiding anything anymore, and you're not lying about anything, right?
Of course not. I'm not hiding anything anymore.
Don't get involved with this person anymore, alright?
Understood.
It's no good if you get close to other women. I'll only forgive you once.
Understood. Thank you.
I saw Kazuya crying and apologizing like an immature child, and honestly, I was disillusioned. But my children have grown attached to this man. Even if I don't love him, I want him to fulfill his role as their father. I didn't tell my children or both of our parents about this. If we wanted to fix things, it was probably best to keep it a secret between the two of us. After that, I demanded alimony from Rikako through a lawyer. I haven't heard anything from her, but I don't want to meet her, and I haven't heard an apology from her either. I just wonder about one thing. Even though she's 5 years younger than Kazuya and I, perhaps she was working for a good company, or she came from a rich family, but the alimony was paid in one lump sum. After that, in order to regain my trust, my husband decided not to go out alone except for work. He came home early every day and played with the kids. He returned to being a good father. A few months later, one day while Kazuya was relaxing at home, he got a call on his phone.
Hello? What? Yes, I understand.
What's wrong?
I was told that a friend of mine passed away. I have to go right now.
Right now? Is the funeral starting soon right now?
Well, no, not yet, but I was told to come quickly, and I thought their family might be busy, and I thought I'd help them out.
I see. Drive safe then. I sent him off, but I thought his panic was quite strange. Additionally, I think that normally the family of the deceased would be called first. If he was a person whom the deceased held dear to heart, it would be a different story. But in that case, their name should have been mentioned at least. I was curious, so I checked the GPS on Kazuya's phone. So actually, after his affair was discovered, I made him set it up so that I could check his whereabouts at any given moment. At first, he was resistant, saying it was ridiculous to go that far, but I told him it was only natural since I had no trust in him. He handed me his phone without saying anything. So, Kazuya is in the hospital now? I wonder if it's really his friend. I became sorry for doubting him once again and stopped looking. However, hours passed and he still hadn't come home from the hospital, so I decided to send him a message. But there was no sign of him coming home. I checked the GPS again and saw that he was not just at the hospital, but instead was going all over town, appearing genuinely busy. But I still couldn't understand why Kazuya was so active. So I decided to leave my children with my parents and go follow him. So he's in a funeral parlor now. I went there and saw the name of the deceased and where Kazuya was during the funeral. I couldn't believe what I saw and my mouth fell to the ground. The reason being the deceased was none other than the woman he cheated on me with, and that Kazuya was speaking as the funeral's host. I froze, my brain dysfunctional for what seemed like a few hours. But then I gathered my conscience and forced myself to move. I made my way to Kazuya. He caught sight of me and displayed an expression of surprise and guilt. Hey, what does all this mean?
I really don't understand it either.
You don't understand? You don't know why you were speaking as the host?
Well,
You broke up with her, right?
of course.
But then why are you here?
Well,
So you weren't broken up then?
yes, we were.
Then why are you the host? And what about that child you're carrying? Could that be your child you had with her? I couldn't fathom the shit that was going on, so I bombarded him with questions. Despite all this, Kazuya just kept on insisting he was just as clueless as I was. The hell you mean you're freaking clueless? Buddy, if you don't understand, then I sure as hell don't understand at all.
I haven't seen her recently, honest, and this is not my child either.
There's no way I can believe something like that. Explain all of this properly.
And I'm telling you, even if you demanded answers from me, I wouldn't freaking know.
Kazuya had the audacity to lose his temper. What a damn bastard. He can't even explain what's going on up until now. You're still saying that, Kazuya? Don't you understand what you've been doing to Rikako all this time? To whom do I have this pleasure? I'm Rikako's childhood friend, and I've always heard stories regarding him from her. According to this woman, Rikako and Kazuya were still dating. They weren't meeting up anywhere or anything, but they had been in contact every now and then. In fact, Kazuya and Rikako had met up at a cabaret club where he had requested her company multiple times. From there, their relationship developed into one where they pretty much lived together, and it wouldn't be an exaggeration to say that they were in a de facto marriage until the affair was discovered. Rikako knew about my existence, but she believed Kazuya because he had said he would break up with me someday. She also knew she was pregnant before the affair was discovered, and Rikako had told Kazuya that she wanted him to divorce me. However, Kazuya had no intention of divorcing me, and he simultaneously couldn't let go of Rikako. It seems that the alimony from that time constituted money that Kazuya had given to her. The cause of her death was a traffic accident, the context of which was that when her child was born, she was trying to press Kazuya into marrying her for real. Rikako had been waiting for you to come home for a long time, and yet you still say bullshit like that?
That can't be true. She told me herself that she was only playing around with me, and so was I with her. And about the kid, it's not mine.
You damn motherfucker! I immediately wanted to hit Kazuya in the face, but before I could, the woman made her move. Enough with your brain-dead excuses! The fact remains that she was together with her, right? You two were in contact up until recently. Don't you dare lie!
All things considered, it's not my...
Again with the excuses that you're not at fault? You never stop talking like an elementary school child, do you? Why don't you just tell the truth already, huh?
Sayaka.
Do you even know how she felt when she was waiting for you? In the first place, she never had any other relationship with anyone other than you!
That's not true. She was a hostess. Of course she was having flings with other guys.
If I say she never did, that's fucking final, understand? Shall I take you and the baby for a DNA test right now? The woman grabbed his collar as she said that. It was amazing how she was lifting and pulling Kazuya with such force. I couldn't believe she was a woman. Before I knew it, Kazuya was on the floor groaning in submission. Thank God this was after the funeral, and it would have been a bother to everyone, wouldn't it? I'm so terribly sorry. My husband caused so much harm. No, ma'am. I heard a lot about it from Rikako, you see. I also warned her that it was not good to get involved with someone who was already married. But you know what they say, love is blind. I can't help but question her taste in men if she was willing to give her whole life to this bastard. I agree completely. I'm sure she must be regretting it now from a better place. After that, I left Kazuya behind and went back to my parents' house and told them all about what had been happening. Of course, I told them I was going to divorce him. In truth, Kazuya's parents are deceased, and we shouldered all of the remaining debts they left behind. Kazuya was good at everything he did, so my own father saw potential in him and trusted him, claiming he would be successful in his endeavors and was always keeping him and his well-being as a concern of his. Just as he expected, Kazuya was promoted in his workplace, and his annual income is now incomparable to that of an ordinary salaryman. He already paid back his parents' debts, but since my father is also a major shareholder in the company he worked for, he should still be inferior to him in power. I regret that I should have forced the divorce when he made his first mistake. Then I asked Dad to inform his workplace about everything that had happened, and Kazuya was fired as a result. Dad also spread the info to other companies in the same industry with the intention of making his life a living hell. But then I realized that he wouldn't be able to pay the alimony, so I decided to have him work at a small factory run by a friend of Dad's. He's accommodated, of course, but the place was a run-down garage house inhabited by a bunch of thugs who used to be troublemakers. Under the watchful eye of those gentlemen, he lives on just the bare minimum of living expenses every month. Of course, most of the money he earns goes to paying me alimony and child support. And by the way, the child was indeed Kazuya's. It seems that everything the woman who was Rikako's childhood friend said was true. The diary that Rikako had kept while she was still alive had been preserved, and it's now become clear that Kazuya had been lying all along. Now it seems that the child is being raised with great care by Rikako's parents. Much better than being raised by a fucking Kazuya. As for me, I leave my children in my parents' care more often nowadays, but that's because I decided to go out to work. Actually, I was a career woman before I had children, so working's not a hardship for me at all. I don't want to fall in love again. Hell no! My goal in life right now is to work diligently to raise my children to become beautiful, responsible people. Wish me luck! We don't frickin' need you, you know? You're of no damn use in this house. Why are you saying this, sis? And so suddenly, too. This is my house, sure, but it's not just mine. Of course it isn't. We inherited it from our parents. It's mine also, isn't it? Huh? That's not the case. It's such a beautiful house anyhow. My husband and I are going to live here happily ever after, so you two leeches get the hell out and take your old gas bags with you. And so I ended up getting kicked out of my parents' house. My name is Minami, and I'm a 32-year-old full-time employee working from home. What I started out as a hobby happened to become somewhat popular online, and my sales increased. So now I'm working from home as a self-employed business owner. Thankfully, I'm currently on a lot of back orders, and that keeps me busy every day. My husband, Masaki, supports my work wholeheartedly, and sometimes helps out a little. We have a great relationship and we live a peaceful life. And by the way, the house we live in now I inherited from my parents who passed away a few years ago. Instead of getting the house, my sister Yuki received the whole of their estate in cash. Yuki's husband is named Sho, and he persuaded her to force me to renounce my part in the inheritance and not give the cash to me. I didn't want the inheritance per se, so I didn't mind. But Yuki, who had taken all of the cash, seemed to think that he'd won against me. I explained time and time again that I work at home, but it seems that she misunderstood that, convinced I was actually a recluse. Hey, how long are you going to be a recluse, huh? You should get your ass outside and find a job. It's so embarrassing to have a sister like you. It's hard to come back to see my friends in my hometown, damn you. No, I told you that I work. Sure, I don't go out of the house, so I can't help it if people think if I'm a recluse, but I'm making a good living. It's completely meaningless if you don't work outside the house like me. If you stay at home, you're a recluse. It's about your public reputation, Minami. Your reputation! Oh, is that so? And what is he doing, that Masaki, huh? He's producing and supporting a stupid recluse in this manner? You're not needed by society. Now, hey, that's a bit of an exaggeration. Why? You can't help it if people say things like this, you understand? If your husband isn't useful, it's no freaking good. My husband's show is now an elite in the industry, so he treats the neighbors with such courtesy. He also told me that social activities are important and introduced me to part-time jobs, see? Times have changed, see? It's now the era of part-time housewives, not full-time housewives. You can't live like this forever. Get your ass out there and work. We have our own way of doing things. You have no choice but to make excuses. Even if you go out to work, you probably won't be any use after all. As such, she looks down on me and recently even started to look down on my husband, Masaki. Sho also looked down on me and my husband, and since my sister and her husband only ever say bad things about us to our faces, we tried to keep our distance. I'm really sorry, honey. That sister of mine being so toxic.
Recently, I've come to think of her abuse as an attraction, so it's all right, honey. The more you try to deal with people like that, the worse it gets. We'll just do things our own way, okay?
Thank you, Masaki. But then, sometime later, something terrible struck. It turns out that my in-laws ended up needing everyday medical care. My father-in-law was left with paralysis in his legs after getting involved in an accident, and my mother-in-law fell ill from the fatigue of caring for them when she collapsed. The impact unfortunately caused more damage than it should have, and she was left with paralysis on the right side of the body. We as a married couple have a good relationship with my in-laws, despite us only visiting them during Obon season and New Year's. We were willing to take care of them both if they needed nursing care, but they said they felt bad and planned to put themselves in a facility. However, it costs money to enter a facility as well. I wanted to repay my mother for treating me like her true daughter. So Masaki and I discussed it and proposed that we live together and provide them nursing care. At first they refused the offer, but I made a small suggestion. And then they agreed, saying, well, if you insist. I'm going to be busy with a lot of things from a while now, so please refrain from coming here for a while.
Oh, really? I mean, I was never interested. It's finally time for the burden of society to be useful for once, so do your best.
A few weeks later, I was woken up early in the morning by a sudden phone call from Yuki.
Damn you! Still finding ways to get in trouble, aren't you? You have to take care of your in-laws now? If that happened to me, I'd divorce my husband.
Why are you being like this so early in the morning? My in-laws are very kind people, and we wanted to take care of them both. We weren't forced to take care of them, and you said I should take at least some contribution to society, right?
You're just being stubborn. Well, in any case, that only means that you don't have the money to put them in a home, do you? Too bad.
Perhaps Yuki thought I was genuinely unhappy, for she was talking in a very cocky, smug voice.
Well, you couldn't even get a divorce even if you wanted one, could you? You would be in a heap of trouble if you were abandoned. I told you that in this day and age, you really need to get your hands on a job.
Hey, instead of saying all this nonsense to me directly, why don't you talk about it with your friends and have a good time? Oh, wait a minute. Maybe you don't have any friends? Now that is too bad.
Huh? Don't be so cocky, bitch. You are a damn shut-in and you don't have any friends. And that's precisely why I'm talking to you, so that you don't have to be lonely. So annoying.
If that's the case, then don't get involved with us anymore. I'm not my sister's damn sandbag now, am I?
Huh? I'm only saying all this for your own good, understand? If you say that, then don't rely on us when you're in trouble.
Oh, I know that already, and we don't want to rely on the likes of you. So, yeah, we won't. So just don't get involved with us anymore.
I'm only telling you because I'm worried about you. You ungrateful little brat. I won't help you. I don't care anymore.
So, Yuki hung up the phone and stopped paying attention to me from then on. Good frickin' riddance. I quickly forgot about Yuki and started renovating the house so that we could start living together with my in-laws. Quite a bit of time, but it was worth it, for we had many plans to make it our dream home. Then, after the renovations were over, we started living together as a happy family. Yuki no longer acted so domineering towards me, and I was able to live my life peacefully. Then, one day, for some incomprehensible reason, Yuki just dropped by to hang out. Hey now! My family home has changed so much. What is this shining-looking-ass house? What, did you actually renovate it? Yes, we did. Got a problem with that? But it's still my home, too. Don't do whatever you want with it. I inherited it, so it's my house. And you made fun of it, saying bullshit like, I don't want a house like this. I don't want to call it my family home. Well, that was because it was so run down. If it's this nice, I'll accept it as my family home. Yuki said incredibly selfish things as she barged into the newly remodeled house. Hey, hold it! Don't just waltz in without permission. This house is not just for us anymore. It's fine, dear. There are only old people who need care that live here, right? A talented, beautiful goddess like me is most suitable for this house. Enough with the rudeness! Thanks to their hard work and rehabilitation, they only need a little assistance and no longer need full-time care. That's amazing, isn't it? No. Sorry, sounds like you're being too considerate to a troublesome old couple. And isn't this house too good for a recluse like you? We'll do you a favor and take it. I'm telling you, stop with the bullshit! The selfishness is getting out of hand. This is our house. There's no way we're giving it to you. Wow, you're sure you say things like that? We don't know what's going to happen, and we won't care. Yuki spat out those ominous words and left with loud, thumping footsteps. The silence was very chilling thereafter. A little while later, when my work had calmed down, I went outside for the first time in a while. Some neighbors who would usually greet me with a big smile whenever we met immediately ran off as soon as they saw me. Huh? What's going on? I naturally wondered why they would do that, but I thought maybe they were busy. But I soon realized that it wasn't my imagination at all. Minami, darling, I've got something I want to talk to you about. What's wrong, ma'am? You're looking so serious, to be honest. You know how I've recently been going for walks with Masaki? Well, I heard some strange rumors about you. Strange rumors? Yes, the rumors were something about this house being renovated by you deceiving your sister Yuki out of her money that she was supposed to live here and got her kicked out. What? What the hell is that? You seem quite busy all the time and I couldn't bring myself to tell you. Is that so? I'm sorry for making it difficult for you to tell me, ma'am. I'm sure my sister's been spreading the word about this, so I'll listen what she has to say. So although I didn't want to, I decided to contact Yuki. Yuki, so now you're spreading rumors about me around the neighborhood? Huh? Is there any proof that I said anything? A neighbor told me that you were crying in the park and told them about it. Ah, so that's how you know. You finally found out, huh? Guess I gotta do better next time. So, you're not going to deny it? If you do anything more than this, we'll take action too. What are you gonna do? More to the point, I'm heading over there right frickin' now. So just you wait. Huh? Why the hell are you coming? Don't worry about that. You'll see. She never showed a smidge of remorse. I was exasperated beyond human comprehension, and I had no choice but to wait for her. 30 minutes later. Darling, I've come for you. What do you want? We're busy, if you must know. You don't have to pretend to be busy, darling. My mother-in-law and I are finishing up deliveries. You're so funny, but we don't freaking need you, you know. You're of no damn use in this house. Why are you saying all of this, sis? And so suddenly, too. This is my house, sure, but it's not just mine. Of course it isn't. We inherited it from our parents. So it's mine also, isn't it? Huh? That's not the case. It's such a beautiful house anyhow. My husband and I are going to live here happily ever after. So you two leeches get the hell out and take your old gas bags with you. No, you got the cash, didn't you? You've already received a huge inheritance. So maybe don't try to take this house away too. Take it away, you say? How rude. A beautiful mansion like this is worthy of me, a beautiful goddess. That's why I'm just trying to make good use of it. Saying that, she pushed me aside and rushed into the living room. Ma'am, starting today, we will be living together with you. Let's all be happy together, okay? Excuse me? She didn't pay any attention to my mother-in-law's confused look and just sat on the sofa in the living room relaxing. To begin with, while she is my sister by blood, to my mother-in-law, she is her son's wife's sister and is practically a complete stranger. I sighed with all my heart, in awe of the audacity of how she could treat us like this. Get the frick out of here, you damn nuisance! Get out, get out, get out! And then she started to get angry and destroy things in the house. My mother-in-law's face turned really pale. I took her hand and we hurried to the car to escape the tantrum. After I was kicked out, I hurriedly contacted Masaki and my father-in-law, who were both working. We talked about a certain plan and hung up the phone. A month later, I woke up from a nap to find a ton of unanswered calls. Hey, what's going on? I received a ridiculous amount of bills! Huh? But I was sleeping so soundly. Damn it. And what of all the bills? Doesn't concern me. No, this is your house, isn't it? These are bills for your house, aren't they? Well, no. That house is in my father-in-law's name, so it's not my house, you see. Huh? You inherited it, didn't you? Why do I have to frickin' pay for some stranger's expenses? Yuki was shocked by the mountain of bills that suddenly arrived and contacted me in a panic. Listen, it's my father-in-law that's paying for the renovations, you see. That's why the owner of the house was changed to his when that was decided. In return, we weren't getting any living expenses or anything like that. But why are we getting bills?
Hey, Minami, can't you tell the difference between what's right and what's wrong, huh? This is exactly why shut-ins are freaking...
Huh? You call me a recluse or a shut-in so damn easily. But I'll have you know, I make 10 million yen a year. That's more than 3 times what you make.
What? But I make that much too.
Oh, we looked into you and your wife, sir, and we found out that while you claim you're an elite in your industry, in reality your annual income is only 3 million yen. We also discovered you make my sister work not for social experience as she thinks, but because you can't live on your salary alone.
Why? That can't be!
Isn't it strange, though? You lived in a very nice apartment, and while it was just renovated, you attempted to take away a small house from us. It's certainly beautiful, but it's not spacious, and I don't think it's the kind of house that elite people such as yourself would want to live in.
So, you know we live in a small apartment and you're making fun of us now?
Even so, you actually looked into us in our life, you damn stalker! Oh, we hired a detective, so we're not stalkers at all. And you say you don't want to pay someone else's bills, but who, pray tell, was doing whatever they wanted in someone else's house, huh? Your in-laws didn't say shit about that! They already think of you as adorable for whatever reason, and know you're a shut-in, and so they must have thought I'm even more so! Hell no. You're just the sister of my son's precious wife, and I only think of a complete stranger with no ties to us. I don't think you're adorable in the slightest. What? Why? We, as a married couple, don't have any parents, you understand? Don't you think it's a shame? I don't think so, no. It's because of your toxic attitudes that everyone is abandoning you. Mr. Sho's parents are still alive and well, so perhaps you should rely on them instead. I didn't meet Sho's parents. They're too strict and they seem to dislike me with a passion, so I don't want to see them. Well, I suppose so. Even I wouldn't want to get along with a wife like you if my son brought you home. There you go, covering for Minami all the damn time. It's not fair she gets all the love. Huh? Minami has always been loved by everyone. And even if she didn't work, being a full-time housewife, living a carefree life without any problems with her mother-in-law, had always been easy for her. And I'm the complete opposite! Yuki seems to have had a complex about herself, completely convinced that I was living a leisurely life. But the truth is, I'm trying very hard too. I simply couldn't forgive Yuki for being resentful of the fact that other people treat her without trying to be successful herself. Stop it! Stop it now! You've been doing as you please the whole damn time, and you only thought about yourself. You spent the inheritance our parents left you in an instant, and you deliberately ruined the house that my father-in-law's working so hard to pay off. I cannot forgive you! Those bills are what you must pay to live in that house for 1 month. What? What we must pay?
We're freaking living together, woman! We shouldn't have to pay you anything!
Living together? What are you talking about? Neither of my in-laws were at home, were they? And you signed the contract above all else. What? Wasn't it a contract that said you were giving us this house?
Well then, if you want to live in this house, I want you to sign this contract. The contents include...
Yay! Come on, quickly! Quickly, sign it!
I didn't think it would go so well.
No way! This is what happens when you don't listen carefully, see? The truth is that we tried to explain, but you just frickin' swallowed everything before we had the chance to. That contract specified that we were renting out the house and that you had to pay rent. And heat and electricity and internet. No, please! And additionally, you destroyed a few things in the house. And you drank expensive wine, did you not? You pay for that too. I asked the lawyer to take care of the rest. A lawyer? The diamond ring I got from my husband, it's gone, you see. Huh? Yuki was speechless, and there was a lot of bawling oozing from the phone speaker. After that, we demanded a whole lot of payments for Yuki and Sho to pay. The house was in such a mess after the last tantrum, so we decided to add more damages to the bills. They weren't very good at saving money in the first place, so they apparently borrowed money to pay it all off. By the way, the two banshees actually saved my mother-in-law's diamond ring, and we managed to get it back safely. It wasn't enough to borrow from consumer credit companies, and they had borrowed money from some shady organizations as well. So they are now being monitored by those people as they work hard to pay off their debts. Yuki, alongside her entourage of toxicity, used to make fun of us, and now they're probably going through hell. As for us, we went back to my parents' house, and they're living happily as a family. Truly, though, the accessories that you make are stunning, dear. The necklace that you made me to match with your own is a treasure to me. I'm really happy to hear you like it so much, ma'am.
I can't do such skillful things.
Oh, pish-posh. I can't do shit when it comes to stock trading. You excel at that, honey. More to the point, though, when I told she who shall remain unnamed my annual income, why didn't you tell her that you were making a decent living, too?
There was never any need to tell them. That kind of people, see? As soon as they realize that someone is making money, all they see in people's faces is a dollar sign, and they believe, without any basis, that the money will eventually come to them. Scary, scary, scary.
I'm sure you're right. We renovated this house and I like it very much, but there's no guarantee they won't attack this house again, so maybe we should consider moving in the near future.
This house is barrier-free, so I think I'll be able to find a buyer pretty quickly. But I think it'll be okay for a while. Apparently, the organization where your sister borrowed money is famous for chasing people to the ends of the earth until the debts are repaid. definitely much safer than hiring home security to protect the house.
And so, I'm relieved that I don't have to worry about the money-hungry scoundrels as long as my in-laws are happy and healthy. That's good enough for me. Since our days of peace and tranquility have returned, I hope to live a full life with those I love and care about.